Okay, so we're still on the sample exam. We're going to have a look at question 4 now. And it says identify the javax.swing components. Identify. So that's part 1 of the question. And explain how layout managers can be used for this GUI. So 2 quite different questions there. One's identify the Java swing components. Another one is to explain how layout managers can be used to construct this GUI or create this GUI. Okay, and a little note there says the JavaX swing components must be written using the proper case. So uppercase first letter and lowercase letters. And some class names, the same class names is used in javax.swing. Okay, so for example, if there was any labels on this screen, and I think we can all agree that there are some labels. For example, there's a label there, and so on, and these are labels in the top. Okay, so you wouldn't write JLabel, all lowercase. The correct case for swing is JL, uppercase JL. Okay, so JLabel would be one of the swing components. You've got checkboxes. So what are they in swing? We've been using checkboxes throughout the term. And of course it's J, check. And is it lowercase b or uppercase b for the next bit? I'll let you look at that. Okay, so what sort of B is it? Uppercase B, lowercase b, but it's checkbox, isn't it? Radio buttons. We've got some radio buttons here. Is that J radio? That part's right. J radio, uppercase J, uppercase R. Is uppercase B or lowercase b? Again, I'm going to let you look. This is all part of your revision. And what's this sort of thing here? Is that something we've seen for a while? We've used it in both of our assignments. So it's a J text something. J text. And I'll let you fill out what that is. And I'll let you fill out what that is. Okay. We've got some things down here. What are they called? Okay, and again, we've been using those throughout most of the term. And what's this big chap called? The thing that contains everything. Okay, what's that called? In our classes, we've been saying public class. My GUI extends. What do we say when we want to write a windowed application? Okay, so that's the answer. That's what this chap here is with the minimize, maximize, and close buttons on it and the title bar. So what's that chap? Okay, so we've got a few components there to recognise. JLabel, J checkbox, J radio button, J text something. I'll let you find out what that was. And also these guys down the bottom. What are they? They're J somethings. I'll let you decide what they are. The last part of the question is probably the toughest because it's so easy to get lost in a lot of detail here. So explain how layout managers can be used for this GUI. So you just wanted to explain briefly how the GUI is constructed maybe. So a grid layout could be used for the buttons at the bottom, and you'd want 1 row, 2 columns. Okay. Could be used for the buttons at the bottom. A grid layout could be used for the main screen. So you've got this screen here divided in 2 down here. So the main screen could be a grid layout. And it could be 2 columns with just 1 row. Okay, so that could be part of it. This over here, so this left side of the main screen could be a panel, which is something else we haven't even talked about here. So J something is a panel, isn't it? Remember? So JP, I'll give you another hint. JP something is a panel. Okay. And so this left side of the screen would be a J panel. And inside there we've got another area. Okay, and it's got, you could look at it many ways. Probably the best way to construct it is to have something that's got 6 cells, and you put a checkbox here, a blank label, a label with some data in it, a checkbox and another blank label. So something with 6 cells, maybe another grid layout. So that's for the top left side to hold checkboxes and label. Use blank labels for filler. Okay, so we're still constructing it. Sorry, I thought you could see that over there, but you can't even see it. Okay, so that's how we're doing it there. And the last little bit is this bottom bit down here, the bottom left. And that looks like a straight out grid, doesn't it? So you've got 2 rows and 3 columns there for a grid. So the bottom left, two rows, 3 columns. Okay, so they're the main layouts you'd need. So it's nearly all grid layout. You could also use some flow layouts here. For example, this could be a flow layout here with a flow layout of right, so that the label goes all the way over to the right hand side, and this could end up being a 3-row grid with just 1 column. Okay, so there's other ways you can do things. And over here, we're adding this text something to the screen. What layout have we used to add that? Okay, if it was added to a grid layout, it would expand to fill the whole grid. So it's not added to a grid layout. What else could it be added to? Maybe something that starts with F. Maybe a flow layout. Okay, and that contains the big text something on the right. Okay, so the way you'd build your GUI then is to add this text something to that flow something, add that flow something to this half of the grid panel, divide this side into 2, and have a panel that's got 2 rows in the grid, and then create new panels and set those up with the 3 rows or the 3 rows, 2 columns, whatever you'd like, and down here 2 rows and 3 columns for this bottom part, and construct it all together. It's like a game of Tetris, putting all the pieces together at the end to fit them all together. But we've done that lots of times in class, so you should be right with that. So here you go. If you're not sure, the best thing to do here for this question is to write the code to generate the GUI. Okay, and we've done that in lots of tutes. We did calculators, and we did our own GUI projects for Summit 1 to Summit 2 and lots of things. So have a go at that and see how you go. Okay, hope this video was useful. Thanks for watching.